This is Convenience Food Reviews, and today we're going to be looking at Stouffer's Classics Swedish Meatballs. Meatballs and freshly made fettuccine with parsley in a sour cream sauce. And here, get the camera to focus a little here. Welcome to Convenience Food Reviews. Today we'll be tasting Stouffer's Classics Swedish Meatballs. Meatballs and freshly made fettuccine with parsley in a sour cream sauce. No preservatives. Oops, here, we'll turn this right side up. If you want to have a look at the ingredients. On the back, we have the nutritional information and the cooking instructions. Like most, it's 2 steps. You've got to stir in the middle just to break up the ice. But this is interesting, 5.5 minutes on 50%. You don't want to miss that. If you go full power there, you might end up with something you're not expecting. And here we go. Let's put this in the microwave and see how it turns out. All right, we've prepared it and taken it out of the microwave, and here's what we've got. Looks pretty tasty. I'd say it looks all right compared to the cover photo, to be honest. That's pretty good. All right, let's give it a try here. So the first thing I'm going to say is, there's a lot of meatballs in here. You know, usually when you have a noodle dish, they tend to really bulk it out with noodles and skimp on everything else, but there is a lot of meat in this dish in proportion to the noodles, so that's pretty good. So now let's have a little taste. You can really taste the sour cream in the gravy. It's a pretty simple dish here. You just got noodles, gravy, and the meat. Pretty easy to get an idea of it. I'm going to have one more taste here. So the first thing I'm going to say is you can really, really taste the sour cream. The sauce has a strong sour cream flavor, and I don't think that's bad at all. I think the sauce is very tasty, but I don't really think it's a Swedish meatball sauce. To me, a Swedish meatball sauce doesn't really taste like sour cream. It's just more of a creamy meat sauce. This tastes a lot more like a beef stroganoff made with meatballs. I would say this tastes exactly like a beef stroganoff made with meatballs. So the first thing I would say is I wouldn't really call this Swedish meatballs. I would call this meatball stroganoff. I think that's a much more accurate description of what you're going to get. But that being said, I like beef stroganoff, and this is a pretty tasty meatball stroganoff, to be honest with you. The noodles cook up fine. The sauce, I'm going to actually say, is really good. That's a fine stroganoff sauce. I would have that in any beef stroganoff. I kind of wish the noodles were egg noodles instead of fettuccine. I think that would make it a better dish. And I think even Swedish meatballs and beef stroganoff are kind of best served over egg noodles. So they probably did that maybe for allergy reasons or something. I don't know. But that's maybe one minor complaint I'd have. The meatballs themselves, pretty good. Have a look at the instructions here, or the ingredients here. So they say they're beef and pork. So it's not one of those where it could be beef, could be pork, could be anything. It's beef and pork meatball. Again, they taste pretty good. They cook up nice in the microwave. I don't really see a need to try to cook this one in the oven. It's a creamy, rich sauce, and the meat's already cooked. I don't think it's going to turn out much better in the oven. Another thing I will say about the sauce, I just said it. It's very rich. It's got that rich, sour, creamy kind of texture and mouthfeel to it. Again, very tasty. I quite like it. And overall, oh yeah, I forgot to mention this was $2.79 regular price locally, so it's an inexpensive dish. It's on the rich side. It's got a lot of meat, and it's meatball stroganoff, not Swedish meatballs. I would say it's a good dish. I like the taste of it. I've always liked beef stroganoff, like I said before. So yes, just remember this is a stroganoff. It's not Swedish meatballs. If you like beef stroganoff and you like the idea of meatball stroganoff, I think you're going to like this dish.